Welcome to today's Fast Track episode of The Growth Zone. My name is Christian Bartsch, and these episodes provide you with a focused, mind-feeding topic. You can use it to have some new ideas to guide you through the day. Let's get started on today's topic. In today's Fast Track episode, we are going to look at introducing a product into a foreign market. So it's all about international marketing, market entry strategies, and how we can actually get our product into the market, get it in a stable position, and eventually scale out into neighboring markets. Let's use as an example wine. Let's say we wanted to introduce Australian wine into the Russian market. That's a nice example. So we have a product and two markets. We have the Australian market and the Russian market. In the Australian market, we're producing the product, and the Russian market, we want to sell it. The thing is, of course, we have to ship the product to the other side. So from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere into a region where maybe shipping at certain times of the year become a problem. On the other hand, there's one interesting thing. As we research the markets where we want to go, we find out there's, for instance, one important thing about the Russian market that is combinable with the Australian market. Winemakers in Russia have been sending now and then their staff to Australia to be educated into new approaches with winemaking. And why? Because they have similar kind of grapes, plants, and so on. The interesting thing about that is, so we have already an existing commonality and similarity to a certain degree. Of course, it's two totally different kind of environments when you look at the temperatures in Australia and the temperatures in Russia. The thing, of course, is with introducing any kind of product, we have to find out how is the market at the moment. What are the products on the market? How do they compare with our product? How can we differentiate as well ourselves from the existing products? And are there any kind of perceptions in the minds of the buyers in that market that we have to deal with? As we see, for instance, now, there's a similar situation where, for instance, the Chinese government is putting tariffs on top of Australian wine that's been introduced or delivered and shipped to China. So that's a situation, of course, where you then have to say, okay, can I maybe divert my products to a different market where I have an opportunity to grow and scale my business? And that would be, for instance, an example, getting it into the Russian market. Why? Because once I've got the product in that market, I can go out into neighboring countries where maybe winemakers do not match that section where our wine is actually covering up that area of the market. It's the same thing if you would be selling chocolates. There are different kinds of chocolates. There's white chocolate and, of course, brown chocolate. And there's dark chocolate and light chocolate and mixed chocolate. So that's a totally different thing. The same thing would be if you compare and you say, I want to introduce, let's say, cheese from Switzerland into China or into, let's say, North America and that. In any case, whatever market you're going into, whatever kind of product you want to take with you and introduce into that market, the key thing is understanding first the context of that market. What are the people doing? What are they used to? Have there been any negative impact before? Negative experience? How can we improve that experience and show them that our products are superior and it's worth investing the money? Because the thing is, when we ship abroad, we have transport costs, we have introduction costs and so on. And that might artificially increase the price that we have to charge for the product in that market. It's of course different if with the wine, if we're selling the wine that we make in Australia, we sell it in Sydney or in Perth or Brisbane. It's quite a different game if we are going to sell it, for instance, in London, in Berlin, in Paris, or any other place inside Europe, or even Canada and Toronto, Vancouver, Los Angeles, New York, or even Miami. There's a big difference in the costs that are involved in shipping the product over there. We might even have tariffs that are put on top. We have some kind of customs. We have to have maybe some kind of other certificates. And we maybe need a separate organization to facilitate the market entry, the organization, the delivery, and as well, of course, especially at the beginning, we have to be providing marketing. So we have to do marketing, we have to go and get the retailers to accept our products, and we have to help them at the beginning to educate the buyers about the products, get them to experience the product, especially with wine. It's a product that you have to experience and notice them that you actually like it. And when they, the buyers, take the wine and invite other friends, they'll notice that they like that wine as well and ask where they got it. And that, of course, eventually becomes partly word of mouth marketing, experience marketing, and especially a part of how you actually can as well add an additional way of getting people to your product. So you can go and do events. You can have these experience cars or other kind of activities to actually get the people to proactively get in contact with you, with your products, and experience it and decide for them that it is the right thing that they would like to have as well in the future in their purchasing decisions, in their order basket, when they go to retailers or when they shop online on all these things. And that's the thing. You of course have to think, how can I reduce the costs as well that are involved in delivering my product from where I'm manufacturing it to where I want to actually introduce it? How can I reduce shipping costs? How can I reduce as well customs, all the introduction costs, certificates, maybe licenses? How can I get the retailers to accept my product into their product stack? And that's the thing. How can I do that? And once I've got my market share, which might be very small at the beginning, I have to then start growing it. I have to stabilize it and ensure that I don't start shrinking again with the market. And how do you do that? You go and see where are there opportunities to grow. How can I maybe educate other areas of the market where maybe there are consumers, buyers, or even B2B clients who are not aware of the product or wouldn't usually go and search for your product because they are maybe looking for other kind of technology. Maybe they're still using outdated technology and you're offering a completely new kind of technology, new kind of product or consumption or food or that kind of stuff. So that's something you can go and look. In the next episodes, we'll be looking further into strategies of market entry and all these different things related as well to export and getting into new markets, finding ways to get new market shares outside of your country and not being dependent on your local markets. Because if you only have one market and you're dependent on it, you can have a massive problem if something happens to your local market. I hope you enjoyed the Fast Track edition of today. I would like to invite you to follow our show so that you don't miss the upcoming interviews with leaders in the market. Simply visit the website follow.prmediareach.com. I will be adding the link also to the description of this episode so that you just need to click on that link. The link is follow.prmediareach.com. follow.prmediareach.com. You can follow me also on Twitter by using the Twitter handle CAPBartsch. So it's spelled CAPBARTSCH. Or for those who are into sailing and flying, Charlie Alpha Papa Bravo Alpha Romeo Tango Sierra Charlie Hotel. Yes, that's CAPBartsch. See you soon or hear you soon in the next episode. And please share as well this episode if you've enjoyed it and would like to let others have the opportunity to use it as well to get new ideas and insights.